What's up guys, Mike Hill, the Wholesaling Titan here, and in today's video, I want to show you a crazy effective goal setting technique that will virtually guarantee that you hit your targets. And I'm not just talking about theory, okay? I'm going to be giving you guys a tangible exercise that you actually do, and just watch how like the magic unfolds. And if what I'm about to say sounds a little bit familiar to some of you, I want to encourage you to stick with me through the end of the video, because I'm also going to recommend some software, some tools. These are 100% free, by the way. And I'm going to show you a methodology behind using them that I guarantee 99% of you guys have never heard of. Now, before we jump into that step-by-step process, a quick reminder that I have a few spaces each week for a free one-on-one coaching call. I'll look at what you're currently doing and give you feedback on why you're struggling. Most people don't know the mistakes that they're making. I'm going to give you some clarity on what you need to be doing. A lot of you guys are suffering from things like overwhelm. I'll answer all of your wholesaling questions and give you some personalized, actionable items on how to get a deal in the next 30 days and how to do consistent deals every month thereafter, because again, what works for one wholesaler doesn't necessarily work for another. Now, spaces are free, but they're limited. They do fill each week, so just click the link in the description below if you want to reserve a spot for your call. All right, so now let's do a little bit of story time to show you how this works and why I'm talking about this today. So back when I started my business in 2012, I was not only learning about real estate, but I was starting this journey on personal development. You know, my mentor said, read, think, and grow rich. Boom, I finished that in like a couple of days. And then I kept learning about all different types of success principles and methodologies. And if you're on a similar path, you know the importance of setting and writing down your goals. And one popular method of doing this is to create a vision board, which is basically that visual representation of your goals. So, you know, basically like a collage of images or photos, words, phrases, right? Those type of things that represent your goals and dreams. So you put it up on a board, you hang it somewhere where you can see it every day. Now look, just writing goals and making vision boards is not what's going to get you results, right? We all know that. You actually have to take some action. But I made boards and achieved things on there so fast. I mean, it wasn't rational, okay? One example that comes to mind, right? Years ago, I wanted to live in this building in my downtown area, but they did not have any available lofts, and nothing was supposed to open for about like 6 months. So I went online and I found a unit in that building, and I put a picture of it up on my vision board. And I was just content to live anywhere in that general area, right? Like a 5-block radius. And within a matter of weeks, I was not only living in the building, I was living in that same exact loft. Now, I know there's a story in the movie The Secret where I think it's John Assaraf tells a damn near identical story, but I promise you I did not steal that, all right? Plenty of people have seen the board, plenty of people have been inside that loft, and there are plenty of stories there that I can't disclose on YouTube. All right. So how does this happen, and how can you start seeing your goals manifest like ridiculously fast? So number one, you might fall into the category of people that believe in things like law of attraction and transurfing and God and religion and quantum physics and frequency and energetic principles. And you kind of already understand how vision boards can help you to manifest these desires. I do think that most people misunderstand how these things work, but that's kind of for another video. But again, from my personal experience, like they work. But here's the thing, even if you're a non-believer, right? Some of this seems a little bit far-fetched, a little kind of woo-woo for you, right? Having written goals and vision boards can help you to maintain your focus, right? To provide a strong why to keep you going, to keep you disciplined, to be a constant reminder, largely on a subconscious level, of the things you're working towards, so that they're very powerful, right, in that respect. And by the way, if you are interested in that study of manifestation, I do have a few book recommendations. There's a reason why I keep certain books here up on my desk. So some great recommended reads. Asking It Is Given, phenomenal. I mean, and it's got some like tangible exercise in there. Very quick read. E Squared or EQ by Pam Grout, very short. That has exercises that will prove kind of law of attraction stuff to you. Think and Grow Rich, obviously, Frequency, my Bible, but anyway, I can put some of the stuff in the description. But now moving forward, right? There have been times where I did not achieve the things on my vision board, right? I know a lot of people who have used this technique and they have not seen those results. So now I want to talk about the problems with the vision board and show you what you should do instead. All right. So one of the problems is that after you put up your vision board, it often just kind of passively falls into the background, right? You may not even notice it anymore. They become static and they're no longer causing you to have that emotional charge or to actually feel what it feels like to achieve those goals. And also you aren't getting instruction or subconscious action cues. And oftentimes your goals and things that are important to you, those things change as well. And that's totally cool, by the way. But if you have things on there, right, that you don't really care about anymore, kind of becomes irrelevant, not as powerful. So what I recommend instead is to create a mind movie. And remember, stick with me here because I create this very differently from what you may have seen elsewhere. And then I'm also going to show you a way that you're going to use this. Again, super unique, and it's really, really going to help you. So a mind movie is essentially like a living, breathing version of your vision board, right? You start off by taking photos and clips of your life experiences, off your phone, from your reels, your gallery, and you take those memories, ideally of things that you've already done that were impactful, that made you proud, and even things that seemed improbable at some point. And then you want to mix those things in with your current goals, right? So you can use internet photos and clips, and you can download things from YouTube. And, I've even had some fun photoshopping myself into situations. And the great thing is that as your goals change, you can swap these clips and these pieces in and out based on what's important to you now. You can use any video editing software. It doesn't need to be advanced or fancy. You can use Adobe Premiere Pro. You can use, even iMovie on your phone. And there's tons of other free software out there that'll allow you to do this as well. And the idea here is to make it emotionally charged and very exciting. And you want to have things in there that are specific, right? So you can visualize them. Like if you're looking for a romantic partner, you have a type, man, you got to put the type in there, man. My movies, personally, they're incredibly personal. So I'm not going to play like a full one here. But I do want to show you guys some examples from a mind movie that I made several years ago. Point out a couple things to you, show you what it looks like, and kind of explain what's going on in here, right? The order of things and just how it flows. And again, stay tuned because after this quick example, I want to show, it's like I want you to watch it, yes, right? After you make your own. But there's something that's 100,000 times more powerful that I want you to do with this. So let me go ahead and pull this up. So this is my school, Duke University. At one time, I was like, man, I can't get into that type of school, or I couldn't graduate from that type of school. And I did struggle with some grades, especially in the beginning, but obviously I went ahead and did that. This is something I had on one of my vision boards before I went to Vegas for the first time when I was a very, very shy, very introverted person. And I made this commitment to myself. I said, listen, I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to check into a hotel room for 30 days, and I'm going to go out every day until I get comfortable talking to people. So at one point, it felt very difficult for me to do, and boom, then that's just kind of how I am naturally. That became an annual thing for me. I've got things in here that just bring me joy to watch. So obviously pictures of me hang out with Jade. You guys will see some verbal prompts along the way. I'll explain how those are done. This is a mansion that I stayed in one of my Vegas trips. Again, more verbal prompts, samples of the types of places that I'd like to live and like to own, examples of deals that I've done in the past that kind of confirm that, I've done this before. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm on the right path. Okay, so this next clip is from Brandon Carter receiving an award. Now, Brandon's somebody that I've met a couple of times. I follow him online, like a great, great entrepreneur, right? And you'll see there's an award that I want to win. And you see when he comes up how excited he is and how, look, just watch him, right? He's really excited there. He's hugging Russell and, just feeling that excitement of being up on the stage. So I downloaded that from YouTube. Bam, that's another thing I shoved in here. The types of events I like to go to. Some pictures of places that I've lived. Got those on here. Again, just reminders and also these verbal prompts. Pictures of the Tesla back when I wanted that car, not so much right now. You can see Jade's a lot younger then. But at that time, when I had this My Movie, that was something important to me. Some clips of my friends and I, just kind of hanging out. Again, things that just kind of make me very happy. And then there's a lot of random stuff, right? So Dan Henry is a great internet marketer, great entrepreneur. He's getting an award, same award that I want to win. So that's in there, the unboxing. Then just money, counting money things that are fun to me, you know, different parties, events. Some of this stuff I just, again, found from YouTube, things that kind of motivate me. And so these are all one after the other, right? So you're just watching these. All right, so this was one of my workout progress pics. And then I've got that right next to dude from the Green Arrow, right? Pretty ripped guy. Again, I have guys unboxing their awards so I could feel what that would really feel like, kind of really helped me to visualize that. This is an old picture I took just of me working outside and really being appreciative of the fact that I do not have to work in an office. I get results from my students on here. Here's a clip of me test driving that Tesla back when I kind of wanted that car. Again, just making everything feel as real as possible. All right, so that's me and my cousin hanging out down in Miami. Part is completely fabricated. This is fully photoshopped. That'd be cool, man, to be on a presentation on a podcast with Max Maxwell. So this became a part of my mind movie. So another thing I do is that if there's a goal and it seems a little bit far away, I realize that that space is a lot of perception. So I say, how can I get there, right? So like a lot of you, maybe I'm a huge fan of Grant Cardone. So it's like, okay, I'm here. He's this huge billionaire. He's so far away. And this is me with another wholesaler. That's Chris Rude. And then I have a picture right next to that of him with Grant. So the idea telling my subconscious is like, well, I know this guy. I'm talking to this guy. And if I can get here and he's there already, man, it's only one step up and I can get there. And so that's how I'm kind of helping my mind, again, most of this happening on a subconscious level, to really bridge that gap and make it seem like it can happen much faster. So another example, some of you guys know this guy, Jorge Masvidal. Now, he and I trained together at American Top Team. I have sparred with the guy, and here he's sitting with Grant. So again, that subconscious messaging is that I know this guy, and he is with someone I want to get to, and through my network, man, I'm not that far off. And just some more clips. This is my buddy Luke. We used to hang out in Vegas quite a bit, and just more kind of fun stuff there. So again, I would recommend you watch this in the mornings as a part of your morning priming routine, which is something I teach all of my students, by the way. Not only does this set a motivating foundation for your day, but as you wake up, you're transitioning your brain's operating in those delta waves to operating in theta waves, where you're more susceptible to creativity and intuition, learning, influence, things like that. But here's the really money technique. In order to influence you, and especially influence you on a subconscious level, I want you to download an overlay software that allows you to keep a window open on your computer over whatever it is that you're working on. And then you want to turn the transparency all the way down so that it's barely perceptible. Now, I use a free program called Helium, and now I'm going to show you guys exactly what this looks like and how it's as beneficial for you. All right, so we got the Mind Movie pulled up in Helium, and you'll notice, again, this is an overlay software. So we'll come here, and you can see that you can play with the transparency. So now I can make this pretty much see-through, and I can go all the way down to a point where it's barely perceptible, right? So let's go ahead. I'm going to play this here, and I can make it even more. Oops, that play button. Okay, then go down here. And then as I'm doing my work throughout the day, you can barely see that right in the background, count money or whatever my goals are. Like, this is playing back on a loop. So it's continuously feeding this stuff into your brain. And this is how I do a lot of my work. Okay, so the next technique / software / exercise is really, really important. And this has to do with subliminal messaging. So let's go ahead and jump back into my computer. All right, guys, so the last piece of this, I want you to go to a website called mindofwinner.com and download this free software called Subliminal Messages. So this is what it looks like here. It comes preloaded with some affirmations and things like that. But what this program does is it flashes on a subliminal subconscious level, right? Prompts and affirmations that are going to, again, happen at a subconscious level. It's going to help you in the attainment and achievement of your goals. Now, again, like I said, most of the preloaded stuff are affirming, right? Affirming messages. I also like to use custom messages, but when I use my custom messages, I'm primarily focusing on what's called affirmations. And this is not something I came up with. This is a concept from a success coach and entrepreneur by the name of Noah St. John. And his reasoning is that, our brain, the way it works is that about 5% works and operates on the conscious level, whereas the other 95%, right, is happening subconsciously. And traditionally, we've been taught to use affirmations, which means saying things like, I am rich, I am wealthy, I'm a millionaire. And what happens is, the 5% of your brain maybe rationalizes that away. Maybe it finds it motivating or inspiring. Probably not, but maybe. Whereas the other 95% is like, no, I saw your bank account yesterday. No, you don't. You're a liar, right? And so you're reinforcing some of these negative things. Now, his concept of using this idea of affirmations is based on this. He says, your mind operates like Google, okay? When you ask Google a question, it does not question your question. It just searches for answers. And so you'll see a lot of the things that I pose to myself, a lot of these questions, affirmations, they're posed as questions. And it's not that you're trying to answer these questions consciously. It's okay to just let them run and flash, and they will be answered by your subconscious mind, right? So just a couple of these are the standards that they have here. Some of my custom messages, like, why am I so disciplined? Why am I a great teacher? Why do I have tons of energy? Why do I do exercise daily? Things like that. And the way, you'll see the settings here. You can also do pictures through this program as well, but it's really cool stuff. So display messages, let's say every 4 seconds is recommended. And then the message duration, 10 milliseconds is going to be subconscious. But I'll show you guys here. You can put 1 second for testing, right? And then we start. And then boom, why am I so disciplined? And then wait 4 seconds. And then boom, why am I a great provider? Okay, and then that's going to happen on, let's do it to 20. Maybe you guys can still see it, right? You see it just flashes really quickly. And I leave this on all day. All right, and so it's continuously going through and flashing these messages to help reinforce that to yourself and reinforce that again to your subconscious mind. So these are 2 techniques that I've found incredibly helpful. Please let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Have you guys written your goals down before? Have you tried a vision board in the past? How's it worked out for you? Are you going to give these techniques a try? Obviously, I recommend that you do. And, please stop by, drop a comment. Let me know how it works out for you. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please do remember to book your free one-on-one call using the link in the description below. And please do like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.